Hello, friends. How are you? Serena here with Vintage Press Studios and Papercraft Socials. And today we're going to be putting together the Friendsgiving Journal Folio. This is just a super cute, whimsy design and a beautiful folio for you to. Basically, my idea behind this was I wanted something that you could pass around the dinner table and collect all of those amazing little memories during the Thanksgiving season. Inside this kit, there's lots of cute folios and pockets, tags, etc. But there's these double-sided tags that says "I am thankful for," and your friends and family can write what they're thankful for. And this folio gives you a little place to store them. So when you need a pick-me-up in the coming year, or maybe during the holidays, you have something for to make you smile and to make you be thankful for where you're at in your journey. So let's go ahead and get started on this tutorial. The first thing we're going to do is this is kind of a 3D. If you've done any of our 3D projects in the past, you kind of have a good foundation of how this is going to go. But we're going to want to get the sheet like this and flip this over. I started to cut this and I was like, whoa, wait, no, I'm going to wait because I don't want to cut it twice. This outline here is called a fussy cut. And it is meant to be cut fussy. So this is not designed to be cut. This needs to be cut perfectly, but this here does not. All right. So let's go ahead and get out a glue stick and let's just get this glued here. You can use any glue of choice. For large areas like this, I actually like the glue stick because it doesn't make the wrinkles like maybe the more liquid base glues would. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and put this side because basically we're trying to make this part of it double-sided. Sorry about that. I had to grab my little stick there. Okay, now once that's done, now we're going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, and when I say about fussy cut, it literally is just, I say, y'all, be a little fussy with it. And we're going to clean up the edges with some ink. So don't worry about being able to see like any white. You'll see here in just a minute. That will be gone. And I mainly say that for those of you who are possibly new at paper crafting. I know the first few that I did, I spent so much time cutting it wasn't even funny. So, all right, so I'm going to do this here. Now, whether you're doing this project in person at one of our Papercraft socials or you're doing this project at home alongside with me, the processes are all the same. The only difference is in person, you actually have people to keep you company. Okay, so fussy cut done. I always save these scraps. I have a little bucket next to me, and I like to put the scraps in it. All right, the ink I'm going to be using is actually one of my Amazon inks. I really love this color. It's what they call brown. Go ahead and get these edges inked up. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yes, please. I sometimes get a little like crazy with the ink. I just love the look of ink. It's interesting. I taught a class not too long ago and I went to get the ink out and I had a room of people who had done scrapbooking and they were not on board with the ink. And I just thought, oh, that's such a shame. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and score that edge right there. And you may get a little bit of lifting in between here. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Go ahead and lightly ink that crease edge right there. And then we're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat. Now this is about the only section you get to watch me cut. Everything else is already cut and ready to go. I cut off the excess paper there just like it's in my way. just kind of like move the paper around the scissors if you've never done this, or you're trying to be the perfectionist and get these lines exactly. They're not intended to be exactly perfect. This is called junk journaling for a reason. It's not that it's junky, it's just the fact that it's like scrappy, you know? Like just kind of scrappy. All right, go ahead and get those edges cleaned up. All righty. Bend this over. Okay. Now, this project doesn't require a ton of supplies, but it would help if you had some ribbon available to you. And I've got a bag here of some scrap ribbon. Let me see what I've got over here. I pulled a bunch of ribbon before I started filming, not really knowing which direction I would go. But, ooh, me likey. Let's see here. But this is so pretty too. Look at that. You know what? That is so pretty. Okay, this is the hard part. I should have done this before I started filming. But you know what? It is okay. I'm gonna pull out maybe this like soft pink velvety. This just looks like really pretty and really dainty. Even though this is not really. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna give one more thing to look here, and then maybe I just do that green right there and call it a day. Don't overthink it, Serena. Right? We're like notorious for overthinking it. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with that pink right there. I think I'm gonna do the pink. I'm doing the pink. I'm just gonna go ahead with the pink because this is just calling my name. Even though this journal is kind of like more pumpkin-y-ish colors, there's just something about the green. You know what? I'm gonna do that one. Final decision. Final decision. Okay. I normally do that before I start filming, but it is okay. All right. So we're gonna get together, put these up here for 1 minute, and you're gonna have a piece that looks like this here, and one that says cover part A. Okay. And we are going to attach these. And the way I like to do it is the lazy man method. Some double-sided tape. And some quick tack glue. And I call this a lazy man way because I don't want to wait for glue to dry. And when you're teaching, sometimes, you know, you just got to keep it moving. All right. I'm going to add, let me do a little edgy edge on that one. Because my cut job is just terrible. Let's trim that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you're going to want to get like right on that line. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. So you're going to see score line, score line, score line, score, score. You know what I mean? Score. So maybe you have scoring boards. I just do it scrappy. Okay. There we go. And sometimes if you use like the edge of a table, I just wing it. This is just like junk journaling. It's not, I'm not getting all this. I don't like the scoring boards. My hand doesn't study enough for them, as you can tell by my fabulous scoring job I've just done here. Okay, perfect. So this here is the inner workings of our folio. Okay, so I do want to ink up these edges. And that should be about it. I need a little bit more ink when we get into the inner workings of the pages, but I don't like to spend a ton of time with you guys watching me ink. Okay. All right. Now this is where our ribbon comes into play here. And you're going to take your piece of ribbon, and I'm going to cut this ribbon in half. And so you need about an 8-inch, that's about 8 to 10 inches. And I'm going to kind of find like the, let's put these on first and then we'll do the ribbon. So you're going to put these, bring these in like this. And this is actually kind of the hardest part, is making sure that these get lined up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some double-sided tape on the inside. Okay. And the first one, you're just going to kind of, you know, eye the first one. Okay. And now the second one. This one's a little bit more trickier because you got to get it to get it in just the right spot. So put some double-sided tape on that. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of see like where we're at here. Watch your windows. You can see, line up your windows, and that should get a good line up. Press it down. Okay. Fabulous. All right. Now on the inside here, we want to put our ribbon, because our ribbon is what we tie it closed with. It just gives it like a little aesthetic. And our ribbon here, make sure if your ribbon is not a double-sided ribbon, like this is not a double-sided, it's satiny on the top, but kind of flat on the back. Make sure that the right side is facing. And you can get some regular tape. Let me see if I've got some here. Yeah. You know what, for this one, I'm actually going to use, I have some Tombow textile glue here. This stuff is just so, it's like super glue for paper. It's so super glue. I need let me see, I need some stick pins. If your glue gets like mine and gets a little cloggy at it, my glue always gets a cloggy in it. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's do some more than that. That's a lot. Just kind of. So that the tape really just holds it until the glue can set. Okay. Perfect. You see that? Okay. Alrighty. All right. Next, you want to find these pieces here. And these go over here. Now, I know you're like a little bit concerned right now because you're like, wait a minute, what about the middle? Don't worry about the middle. We'll get there. You can see my fabulous cut job here. Now, normally I would ink these edges before putting them down, but to save time, I'm just going to ink the inside edge. I'm going to do the rest of it later. Like that. Okay. So you can take, if you want the double-sided tape, is fine. And when I'm doing a double-sided tape, I will actually use a glue stick like in the center of it. Kind of get it lined up. And if you have a little excess on the bottom, you can always trim it later. Okay. And this side here. Perfect. Good. So there's this square piece here, and you can see how that is going to go, but do not glue that. So we're going to take this part, and we're actually going to set this aside because now we need to make the flip out. Okay. Then we get to have fun actually decorating. All right. So there's some pages that I need you to pull out, and these are like the flip outs, and these are real easy. Score them there, put some double-sided tape right there, and then take it and bring it all the way to the fold right there, and then glue stick it. I need a new glue stick. Right, set that aside. I love flip out journals. They're just fun, and they're great when you share them with others, and it's just like a really like fun experience with them. I kind of feel like this Friendsgiving one is sort of like a guest book. I put, oh, let me get some. So you should have 4 flip outs. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. Don't want to do that. Habit, just a natural like habit. Don't want to do that yet. Okay, we are going to need another piece of ribbon. And this time I would choose a piece of ribbon that is for something that is very small, like a very thin ribbon. Okay, you have these 2 pages here. And these are kind of similar to our house pages, tad bit different, but you can have a score, like fold and a fold, and the same with a fold and a fold. Okay. And then I'm going to take this, and there's 2 fold lines. Okay, there's one here and there's one here. You're going to bring this up to the second one. All right, so that the second line right there, see, it naturally folds like that. And then go ahead and glue that in. And be generous with the glue on this crease right there. Okay. All right. Basically, it's just so that the inside of that fold is covered. Okay, so that this gusset right here is covered on the inside. That's my OCD. That's my OCD in the design side. I just can't stand to see that white. Okay. And then get some glue on this. And fold it up to that second one. Beautiful. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So with this one here, I can see that there's a little bit of that that line showing there. That's mainly due to my cut job. Not that big of a deal because, again, you just ink that up and call it a day. Okay. All right. And then this ribbon is going to be used on the inside, and it'll be covered by a folio, but it's going to be on the inside just to like tie it close. So just a little tiny bit. We're going to need 2 of them. And I would say they're probably about 6 inches. You could use a twine as well. All right, we're going to get this flat page up here. And you can see this flat page here. Let me, hold on 1 second. Let me just kind of crease this. Have me kind of see the lines on the inside. Okay. All right, good. All right. So for this journal here, so use up your see that. Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and before we attach those, we have to attach the inner pieces inside of it first. So we're gonna kind of put those to the side. And we have these four like sort of inside pieces. And the way that these work is that you see the tape there, and we're going to tape it, and it becomes a bow like that. You want to try to like even it as close as you can. And let's see here. And of course, this one here. Oh yeah, I'll do it like that. That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that my pumpkins are not upside down because that would drive me crazy. Okay. And this one here, because it's gonna have to go like this, I'm gonna need to put tape on the other side. So, because if I do that side, my pumpkins are gonna be upside down. I can't handle that. And just kind of oh, gosh, that's so cute. Okay. And that's good enough. Okay, so go ahead and fold those in. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yes, yes, and yes. And then we're going to take these inside like this. So like that. Like that. And we're going to attach those. Okay. So then it looks something like this. And you open it up and it's got the flip doors. All right, so let's do this here. Double sided tape. Oh my God, she's adorable. All right. So here is about where she will be. So she's like right in that like thing here. They put that right there. So the back of this, the best way to do this would be this over and get that double-sided tape out. And I would bring the double-sided tape like right to the edge. And being that there's a lot of layers on this, you could use some of the quick tack glue without getting too much wrinkling because there's a lot of layers and there's a lot of weight. So we really want to make sure that this journal doesn't go anywhere. Okay. And you could definitely do some I know. Now this part is a little bit trickier. It doesn't matter, like I'm gonna kind of do it upside down. But you see how we have a score line and a score line? We definitely want to be on both sides, this side of the score line. So the journal opens correctly. Looks good. And I even have a little bit of room to like work with. There we go. You've got about 1/4 of an inch on each side to work with. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, now I'm kind of gonna open this up and like press it in. Oh, so cute. Like Friendsgiving, and then we open it up and there's our little turkey and she's so adorable. Okay, so we have these little ties that we can attach here. Now these ties are actually going to be covered when you go to decorate it. It's actually going to be covered by like the folio, right? So the folio will actually like cover the tie. So see that like that. So anyways, we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and do, if you get any lifting of your papers, you can, once everything's like kind of assembled, you can kind of just go in and give it a little tack. Okay, so for this tie, I am just going to use regular tape and a little bit of glue. Oh, this stupid thing. And mainly this to like give a little extra. And as you can see, the pocket's going to go right over it. And there's one for each side, so that you don't see that little tie mark. Okay. And perfect. A little bit of tape. And then you can see that folio will go like right over that. And that'll just give her some little ties to close her shut and to add a little bit more whimsy to it. So at this point becomes more about decorating your journal. We've assembled the journal itself. And with this is a lot of folios and pockets and fun little pieces. So let me just show you here that these here, there's 2 sets of waterfalls. One waterfall looks like this, and it's numbered 1 through 7 on the back. And then another waterfall here. This waterfall is actually designed for these pages here on the inside of the flip out. So the easiest way to do that is that the first one has a wider tab on it, and these have like a more narrow tab on it. So I would figure out like where you want it to go. It can go, like I said, it can go on any of the folios. And I'm just going to like that. And then you take the next one and you can put it like right up underneath of it. Same with this one. These are great for like keeping fun little family memories, recipes, um, just sayings, quotes, your thoughts for the day. Ooh, the Thanksgiving Day menu. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yum, yum, and the tum tum. Okay. Perfect. Good. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this folio on here since it's covering. I don't typically film me decorating my journals because nobody wants to watch you glue for an hour, but we'll go ahead and just put those on there. And then let me grab my other one. Okay. That glue is like very quick setting. I mean, it's basically super glue for paper. I don't really even know if it's for paper, but I use it for paper. It says textile on it. So to me, that leads me to believe that's actually for fabric, but whatever, let's pretend. So there's this other waterfall here. And this can pretty much go wherever your heart desires. It can even go on one of these pages here if you didn't do the folio. I kind of like it on the inside, like this kind of like on the flip through. And you just start, this one is important to start with number 1. And you can kind of like go in the middle, like kind of, oop, that's too far over. Let's see if I can release that. Okay, because there's a crease line there. Say the crease line. Okay, good. And then you just go down the line. And the second one, let me just kind of, the way that I do like these types of waterfalls is I just do it slightly under to see like there's just barely, not right up underneath of it because it may not like lay right since there are 7, there's 7 of them. Now underneath my waterfall, I like to usually put like a little secret pocket back there. So once I get this done here, I am going to bring my journal to life, and then we will come back and do a look through so that you can get ideas for decorating your journal. Now this is the part, the decorating part is the part that I want you to allow your creativity to flow. I want you to feel like you don't have to have this perfectly made journal just like mine or just like your friends, or I want you to be creative with it, add elements into it. That means something to you. You can even add fun little elements into it. Like I pulled like some confetti. You can add some confetti to it. You can add some like some fall flowers in it and add like a little pretty like some leaves in it. There's whatever your heart desires. There are no rules when it comes to this part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my journal to life, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do a look through of it. Okay. So I'm going to pop up this image right here. And then when we come back, we will have a beautiful little look through. All right, here we are with the finished product. Just like that, it's like magic, right? It's like a cooking show. So look at this beautiful folio journal. I'm so in love. So let's do a quick walkthrough so you can get some ideas to decorate your journal. Now, on the back side, there are actually 2 folio pockets that are designed for the back pages, exactly, You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but they are designed for the back pages to match. So here I put a little card in. There's a little card right there. And here we go. I'll magically open up our little doors here. And inside, you guys remember our waterfall here. And I did put some pockets back here, totally optional. And a little card there. I put a little fussy cut right there, one of the little fussy cuts. Of course, inked it up, so you can't tell my fussy cut there. And a tag here. I did double side this tag. I made a boo-boo on the other one cutting it, so there's only one of the two that's in the kit. Put a little fussy cut there, a little grateful right there. And then we open up Her Majesty. And it's Friendsgiving exploded all over. And this is where the fun begins. A folio here, and cute little tag, some ribbon tied on it. This is a journal element here. I put the little thankful the little fussy cut there and the little fussy cut here. And this is designed to write in, y'all. Like, I want you to write in these. And then here we have a folio here, and I am thankful for tag, ready to be thankfulified. I don't know if that's a word, thankfulified. Like, you're ready to come to life with it. Another folio here with another card. And then I have the little envelope here. I did add some Velcro dots here. I get these at the Dollar and Above store, Dollar Tree. And I can't call it a dollar store anymore, but it's not a dollar anymore. But anyways, the little folio here. This is designed to hold a gift card if you want, like a Hostess gift card. It's also designed, these little cards right here are also designed to go inside of there as well. So wherever you want to put those, if you want to put a little note card inside there, you can do that. And then I put one of the writing pages up here with a little fussy cut. Another folio, tags, card. There's another pocket up here. So it's double stacked. So see, I put the pockets on top of each other. You don't have to do that. I just like layering things. I'm big on layering. And another little journal page down here, little journal page there. And again, pockets, and they are layered. So you can put little extras. Again, don't have to. Another little tag pocket, and then voila. So there's these two big pockets, two big folios here. One is slightly smaller. The blue, the green one is slightly smaller than the plaid one. It is designed to go down into it. You could bring it up as well. But when I designed it to go down. I just kind of put the little tags here, Friendsgiving, thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful, I am thankful. If you have the printable kit, you can print out some more of the I'm thankful tags, as many as you want, more folios, more whatever you want. It's yours. So this is just the cutest thing. This is so cute. I'm so in love with it. So a little fussy cut there. And you can see, it doesn't really matter like how you fold it up. I actually like to fold it so that the journal is like the first page right there. But that's completely and totally up to you in your journal thing. So anyways, I hope that you have the most amazing fun creating this beautiful masterpiece. And most of all, I hope you have an amazing, blessed, and fabulous Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.